2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see Montreal playing against Utah. And for Utah, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready.
Bye, Ernie.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Alright, I'm gonna work out for a bit, so enjoy the game. I'm sounding like right for you, so
welcome aboard, and before
I'll be going
thank you,
through
David. Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to the era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Hakeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups, but you know that was different. Those were the big man battles.
Yes.
I miss those days.
I do too. Here are the starters for Montreal. Paul out there with Satoransky. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Young, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And Whiteside stays right with it.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Now here's Whiteside. His last outing, he had 8 points. The wing jumper off target.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
And stolen by Hood. The shot from 20 feet away. And he hits the jump shot.
We see this a lot from Hood. Doesn't have to get all the way to the rim. Comfortable pulling up for the jumper.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
Montreal shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And Satoransky kicks to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without Steve too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
Wall against Paul. Screen by Young. Paul kicks to Young. Back to Paul. There's the triple. That shot off. The Jazz go the other way with it. And this matchup with Montreal, it's their first meeting of the season.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
Here's Satoransky following the basket by Julius Randle. Paul outside. Pass to Satoransky. Young, a screen on Hood. Here's Satoransky. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
And Wall kicks to Ingles. Whiteside dishes the Wall. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ingles, that's for 2. No good that time. And it's Montreal the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
You know, I was surprised to see how comfortable they were in that environment. Shot a very high percentage from way beyond the arc.
Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by Ingles.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Montreal trails by 9. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Sotoronsky, goodbye Hood. Barnes kicks to Sederansky. The dish to Capella. Utah with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Utah in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Utah leading by 9. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Utah, Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Randall out there with Whiteside, and it's Wall in at the 1. From 12 feet out. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. In the third spot, Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Ball against Wall. Screen by Young. Paul passes to Sotoronsky. Inside, 5 to shoot. Lets it go.
Really have to respect how Hood works his tail off on the defensive end. Never giving up anything easy.
Barnes against Ingles. Wall dishes to Ingles. Randall a screen on Barnes. Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Montreal. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Capella with a screen on Ingles. Off the screen, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Got to give credit to Barnes there. Masterful job collecting speed on the drive and punching it through the basket.
And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And guys, you think of some of the more slippery scorers that are left-handed, like James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, Manu Ginobili. They come to mind right off the bat. Does that give them, Steve, I'll begin with you, does that give them an advantage?
It does, Kevin, and people always would ask me why. Because I don't know why. They're left-handed. They do things different. They do things wrong. They jump off the wrong foot. They drive it differently. And I think mentally as a right-handed guy, you're kind of guarding him how you would play. But left-handers definitely had an advantage playing the game of basketball.
That one is no good. Utah leading by 7. Ingles with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Wall wide open. Here's Whiteside. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Capella. Barnes against Ingles. Barnes up top over Ingles. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
Silky smooth J from Barnes. The defense was on him, but he just uses his picture-perfect form and outstanding reach to get the job done.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and boy, he can be tough to contain.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the half. Now Paul. Pass to Satoransky. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Over Ingles. And that one comes up a bit short.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Left side, Hood. Right side kicks to Wall. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the lane. And the Jazz lead by 8.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Wall against Paul. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall. You see, if you wanted examples of just how incredible the guards in the NBA are now, all you have to do is watch Chris Paul play and realize he wasn't even on an all-NBA team last season. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you look at the numbers he put up, and I think you have to say it's about all the rest of the guards in the league there.
Oh, wow.
Watch your head.
That's a beautiful jam.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Here's Satoransky. Goodbye, Hood. Screen by Capella. Off the screen. The shot, no good. And so that brings the first half to a close. Jazz lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Momentum shifted slightly in the... And that will wrap up.
The second half just about to get going here. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle. Jazz leading by 8. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. We've got Satoransky. Clint Capella is out there with Young. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
Paul kicks to Capella. The pass to Barnes. And a miss there on the triple.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Right side a screen. Now here's Wall. He's got 5 and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Over Ingles. Barnes with another miss. Utah leading by 10. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Wall kicks to Whiteside. Buries it down low. Whiteside's got 6 points. And here is Paul. And first time out of the game called for Monreal.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Young for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Utah leading. All with it. He has 6. Randall with a screen for Hood. Right side a screen. Randall a screen on Paul. Here's Wall, and there's another one for the jam. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Barnes with another miss.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Randall. That one drops for him. Randall's got 7 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Saturansky the pass to Paul. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Capella kicks to Barnes. Capella sets a screen for Barnes. Just 3 to shoot. Really left alone that time. He's got 6.
Superb pick and roll play. Barnes is very intelligent at finishing these plays because of his mid-range shooting ability.
And Wall kicks to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. Whiteside, no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. On the wing, Barnes. Capella dishes to Barnes. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The offensive rebound. Outside, Wall. Over Paul. Offline.
Love the heart of Chris Paul, especially on defense, where he is an absolute pest.
And so it's Utah, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Julius Randle is out there with Whiteside, and it's Wall in at the point guard. That's the group right now for Utah. Screen by Capella. Barnes against Ingles. 14 feet away. Barnes with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Ingles kicks to Hood. Passes it to Wall. He dishes it to Whiteside. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Montreal trails by 13. On the wing, Barnes. Kicks it to Capella. Nobody near Barnes. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
He smiles on these catch-and-shoot opportunities. Barnes very comfortable as a secondary scorer.
And Wall kicks to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Capella sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Barnes with another miss. Jazz leading by 11. Outside Hood. Ball against Paul. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Wall against Paul. Over Wall. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Montreal trails by 11. Here's Satoransky. He kicks it to Barnes to the left side wing. Here's Paul. Paul missing again.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Montreal calls timeout. They're behind by 14. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
He'd finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. Outside, Wall. Dishes it to Whiteside. Good work defensively by Capella.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
No hesitation from Chris Paul, getting the basketball to the open man quickly.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
All with it. He's picked up by Paul. The baseline J. Wall, no luck. Montreal has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Utah.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Hassan Whiteside.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That misses off the backboard. The three from Barnes cans it from downtown.
When Barnes has space to fire from deep, you usually just assume it's going in. Very dangerous from outside.
Outside Hood. And so it's Utah with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Randall with 27, Wall, Whiteside with 24 each. Whiteside with 45 boards. Jingles with 15 and 9. Assists from Wall, and actually seeing Whiteside with 13 shots is actually pretty decent. I think Wall should take a couple more shots, and I would have dropped Whiteside probably about another 4 or 5 shots and split those between Randall and Wall. Barnes with 33, and no one else really did much. Capella with that Kevin Love stat line. Eesh. Paul going 0 for 7. He's got to step it up. I mean, even though the Arctic Foxes are only 6-2 now, we're still sitting comfortably and just they got some work to do. A lot of inside work for the Jazz, and really just looks like most of their scoring was pretty much just through free throws. Well, I'll take that back. There was about 10, 12, 14, 17, 20. Okay, 3 free throws. It's just all those misses make it look like they didn't really score too much.